Heroic, I think, will pick up more than one round, but I still favor Cloud9.
Absolutely.
Considerably.
Just in terms of the fragging they're bringing, not even a strategic sort of thing. But this is a B rush, very common strategy from a lot of teams on the T side of Inferno. But that nade is disgusting. Oh my goodness. Modi gets taken down to 13 HP. That one is going to hurt in the morning, son. And that's going to stifle the rush now. They're going to have to hold up, and it looks like they will commit eventually. Still can win this round, don't get me wrong, but Automatic, he's having a bit of fun now. So Stewie, still a chance for an equal trade, which does come through, but a lot of damage inflicted to Modi, Snappy, and Nico. The retake will begin as the bomb makes its way to be planted.
So Nico gets all the way around behind. They did not win a pistol round in the first game, despite, on overpass that is, despite getting a bomb plant in the first round on their terrorist side and then getting shut down immediately by Cloud9 on retake. This time they get a better stance. They get more time depleted from that bomb's duration. But it is just Snappy. Tarek's hit Modi. And there is a smoke, as you say, with Tarek picking up the kit to go along with that. He's got armor. He's picked up all that utility, in fact, so they can put that on the bomb immediately. He's got 5 seconds. They'll body block, rush to do so, and they don't even need the smoke. They'll get the kill straight up. They did use it, but they don't need it.
Oh, it's a nice little shot of the floating corpse there. But nice retake coming in. It was an equal trade. Like I said, I was surprised that Heroic even managed to bring it down to that sort of margin. It was 2 versus 1 in the end. Unfortunately, though, the smoke on the bomb and the low HP, they were never going to win the round there. We're going to try number 2. I'd assume the AKs come out in the third. You can force buy in the second. With that amount of kills, you can get 2 AKs out, SMGs, and they are going to be force buying. Not a single AK, though. They definitely could have afforded one if they chucked the weapons around. And this could actually work, man. The way Cloud9 are playing and how aggressive they're being here, I feel like this has some legs to it. I actually don't mind this too much. As you can see, pushing towards Banana. Tarek, he's the only player of the M4, and Stewie getting up in the apartments. They want to hunt for frags here, and I think that's Heroic are banking on. That they might be too aggressive. There you go, Stewie pushing down the apartments, and they are maybe getting a bit ahead of themselves.
So Automatic with the MP9 all the way down toward Banana as well. You're right, they could be getting a little overzealous. I think that's a great word. I like the word zealous.
Yes, it's good.
Just trying to get us back into the server here, Hank.
You can do that. I'll have a...
I'm computer illiterate. People don't know that about me.
It's Modi going up against Rush. You can see they're just waiting for the frags to come in. This is actually a very good decision by Heroic, in my opinion. I think they made a good choice here to force buy, considering the playstyle Cloud9 are presenting. But Skadoodle narrowly misses out on the frag there towards Modi in the pit, but they are locked in the pit themselves. They've done that by dropping this smoke. Automatic, what's he up to? Oh my god! Comes out of the MP9, jumping, and he manages to take down 2. That's secure the round. Snappy will have to do something wonderful here to even survive, as Tarek will come in and execute him in the side of the head. And there we go, Automatic, not messing around. But like I said, I don't mind that call from Heroic. That's probably what I'd say as well. So, well, they're running around and using SMGs, they're going to be overconfident, which they were. They lost the first frag again, but Heroic cannot capitalize on it. That's been a problem throughout this series so far. If you're just joining us, it's the inaugural game here at StarSeries. And it's going to be the first best of 3 of the Swiss system. We've got a B stream going on as well. But this is Cloud9 versus Heroic, and they completely decimated their opponents in the first round. Cloud9 won an overpass 16-1. Modi, though, maybe this has got some legs to it. He does manage to take down another opening pick. That's going to be Tarek taken out of the equation. Problem is they've got no nades, no armor, and only 2 upgraded pistols, so that won't do too much for them, but it's a start. Automatic, waiting to get flashed in the T steps. That's a good approach, but unfortunately for him, he'll be finding his demise towards the underpass. And once again, no reason to be there, but Cloud9 want to try and close these rounds out early.
Jake Yip. So Cloud9 down in the round early on. You're right, this aggression should subside, I think, naturally. Getting this aggressive and getting caught now twice. Obviously won out the last round, but lost the first kill. It certainly suggests that when guns are up, Heroic are more apt to take the duels. And Cloud9 will have to be patient. Remember, this is the map, of course. They did beat FaZe on in a double overtime in the Mage. Oh my god. This round slipping away. What a shot from Modi.
That should be it.
Should be.
That's going to be a wake-up call for Cloud9, though. They can't just run around the map and think they're going to win every single round. It's going to fall apart at some point.
No, of course. Exactly that. I thought they'd recover this round at least, but that shot from Modi was brilliant. Skadoodle's still trying to slip into position. I don't think Modi's aware that he is so close, but it doesn't matter. Rush has the kill. They've got the guns. bad timing for a quick switch of Skadoodle's hands, and Rush is going to give this attempt anyway. Gets one kill, aware that Snappy could be behind him. He wants the M4 instead, and I think at this point in time that M4 might go back to spawn. Although I say that, he's going to bounce this toward Emo. That's a very cool Molotov.
Yeah, that's
in
nice.
the area. However, Snappy's got him down before he could do anything.
Well, there we go. Like I said, a wake-up call for Cloud9. You're against a full eco. There is no reason to face at all, especially on a map like Inferno. You can get away with it on overpass. Like I said, there's lots of freedom to go towards the tight choke points, so it's actually quite equally contested. Inferno, though, the Ts will always have the advantage, especially if a CT faces on Boiler towards T steps. That Deagle, it's a difficult shot, sure, but the T will hit that most of the time. It has to be an eco now for Cloud9, so there we go. A chance for Heroic. As in the second map, they find their second round of the series. Not great news, but a start. Regardless of the score in the first, they can always come back and win this one. Bad news is, though, overpass was their pick. So, got the world cut out for them. Good shot by Tarek, but a good trade from Molly.
Great trade. And yes, okay, that overpass was their choice, but they're already doing better, I would say, on this map, having now guns to pistols. First time they've had that advantage. So Tim will sit behind the wall. Tim the tool man, Tim Allen.
Yep.
There's a classic. Who's the best character in that show?
The guy over the fence was
Exactly. I couldn't remember his name either. That's why I asked the question. He's awesome.
Yeah, he was good.
Wilson?
Wilson, that's it.
Yeah. He's great.
And it's going to be Skadoodle answering back in automatic as well. This eco could actually work out for Cloud9 in an equal fashion as what Heroic brought in the last one. You're right. Snappy's going to let them get it. He might have wanted to contest that, but he will get this. Oh my gosh, that was a bit
thought
close.
He wasn't. He's also quick switch. Oh, why has he done that? He threw the gun down. Stewie knew he was going to be there. I don't think Snappy knew there was a second player in Banana, so even though we got the kill back, the gun's back in Cloud9's favor. I say that. Stewie thinks there's a bit more pressure, so he's backed off. That's going to give Yugi access to the archway, and no gun picked up for Stewie 2K, unless he rotates down Banana, which he may have to do because I think Tarek, although smartly backing into the site to read the wrap, is going to be outdone. I take it back. What a shot on the Deagle. 3-1 Cloud9. They respond instantly.
That wasn't even a force buy from Cloud9. Look at the money they've got. They're swelling out of control, and that's really disappointing for it. That was potentially their only window into this game. I'm not going to lie. From what I've seen on Overpass, that was it. 3-1, and after winning an eco themselves, they get very equal treatment. Good flashbang. Automatic. I'm so surprised he came out on top there. Spamming that CZ, comes out on top. Sometimes you just got to close your eyes and pray. As we get into round number 5, there will be a force buy here from the Ts. 1 Galil, 2 AKs up against a very well-equipped Cloud9. They took an eco before and won it. Lots of flames, and Automatic will be tagged up at least. Good grenades coming in, though. That's going to do a lot of damage. Look at all the flames coming in. Heroic really struggling there. It's going to be a 4-on-3. Yugi tagged up somewhat. So he manages to recover another smoke as he drops one. So recovery mode for Heroic now. They've got 1 in 25. 2 smokes, 2 flashbangs, and 2 players down, all the 2s. What's the play here? They've got 1 player in the apartments. That's going to be Modi with the Galil. His teammates towards Banana. Lining up the smokes right now. This is the one for CT spawn. His teammate will probably throw into the coffins, flashbang, and smoke for Stewie. That's a really good smoke to throw. He's countered their smoke, and they haven't got anything else to throw. And he might even push it as well. He is called the smoke criminal for a reason. Goes through his own smoke and takes down Yugi.
Rush to hold from the balcony. Smoke in the doorway means he can use that balcony to watch quad side, thankfully so as well. Because he has lost the aid of automatic. Rather, I should say the aid of Tarek. Obviously, Tarek's been the one that's swinging the rotate early, and Auto goes down toward Banana. But now Rush has to be well and truly aware. Good play from Skadoodle. That'll pull Rush back into it. Well done from Cloud9. Good teamwork, 4-1.
Very good teamwork. That was a force buy from Heroic, as I'm sure you're aware, and it should be at eco at this point, around $2,000 per player. Will be Snappy with $3,000. One of the players got a couple of kills on their eco victory. So he'll get a Deagle. Nothing else really purchased here. And this is on the T side of Inferno. So really wanted to see them convert that eco victory to about 3 rounds on the board. This will not be a round win for them. They don't even have much more than 1 Desert Eagle. So $700 brought into round number 6. And Snappy's hoping that they challenge from the border room once again.
Glocks in mid. That's a bit optimistic, shall we say.
Glocks.
Yeah, I knew you would do it too. We're just sheep. We are really.
Hey, that's an old one. It's a throwback.
We're just being herded by Anders at this point.
Is he even here yet?
Yeah. I had pizza with him at 4 a.m. last night.
Lovely.
This
Good
morning.
time to get pizza
It was
when you
a
got an
terrible
8 a.m.
decision.
call time.
It was listen. I had a late flight. I actually had an early flight, but I didn't just decide to go on that one. I don't know why. I couldn't tell you why I didn't go on that one, but went on a late flight, and I was hungry.
Yeah, we were as well. We went and got liquid nitrogen ice cream last night. That was
you were
missed out on
saying.
that. Yeah, they basically put all this cream in a barrel, throw in a load of liquid nitrogen, churn it up a little bit. 5 minutes later, you got delicious ice cream, and that was some of the best I've ever had. That was really cool. It was a nice little show. But enough about ice cream. As we get into round number 7, there will be another buy available for Heroic. Once again, they really are struggling with the money. Don't need an AWP on the T-side, but Yugi is definitely more comfortable with one. Rubino with a couple more kills this time. He'll be working towards the apartments. This is what we call the default again. Objective of the default is either go towards apartments and assert your dominance in that particular area and then go towards middle, or go towards banana to start with one player holding apartments. Depending on which way you're inclined, this actually be a much faster round, and they are focusing towards quad rush. I thought we'd get a couple there. Nico takes him down. Here we go. Good trades and a man advantage for Heroic.
Gap in the smoke, but that's inconsequential. It's there to deny mostly library. Nice to cut off anyone that wants to try and spot toward pit, but it allows them to bomb down. That's the objective, and that is accomplished. Automatic and Stewie weren't close enough yet anyway. Stewie immediately through. Flash over. Doesn't spot the inside of the corner. Modi's got him first. Could be another round for Heroic and go 5-2, which is a great start. All things considered and how things went on overpass as well, but Automatic's going to sit and look for exits in hopes that alone. Oh, does he have a nade?
No.
But he knows they're there. He knows they're there. He just wants guns down. Unfortunately, he can't get a kill.
No, he takes both of them.
He does. Oh, he does. Only one of them goes down. Modi
Okay.
just barely had enough health. He had 4 kills, by the way, in that round.
Yep.
But he did, you're right, take, I think it was Rubino down to 10 HP before the bomb went off.
Yeah,
so
that's quite smart.
not bad.
He can still buy, I think he's got 5k, so this is where Heroic have a chance now. They can win this round. It will send Cloud9 to eco. Then we've got a game on our hands. That's what I want to see. This is a LAN, and Heroic want to show themselves with the new lineup that they can perform at this level. Rubino 1-7, Yugi 1-5. Need those guys to start arriving here. The Swiss format, you get 3 lives, right? So you can lose 3 best of 3. It's going to be a long old tournament. And Skadoodle seems to know it as he takes down Modi. That's a brilliant shot. Flashbang through the wall. And he'll get a decent nade. Very good nade. Oh, actually, not as much damage as I had hoped. He does manage to get... Oh, my God! 3 kills in total. Make it 4. Skadoodle lighting it up as he is denied the ace there by Snappy. That's excellent, though. Really well played.
Super solid. Skadoodle. I mean, look, I think the transformation of Skadoodle has been remarkable. They called him the OG on the desk, but there was a time, and they alluded to it. I think Stunner brought it up very well and obviously worked a lot with Cloud9 during that period. I remember games way back, even at 2015, 2016, even as recently as sometimes last year, where he was so static.
Absolutely.
He would have to be told what to do.
I've been
he is
saying
not
this for
that way
years.
anymore now. He is... okay, yes, he's not as flashy as Kenny S and Guardian, but he knows when to take fights, and man, oh man, is he ever good at taking them now.
I've always said it in loads of interviews and podcasts, what I've always just said, he hasn't got that killer instinct, right? He doesn't take matters into his own hands, and that is a prime example that he has developed as a player, and he's brought that into his game. It's wonderful to see him going for those picks in second middle, because he is one of the most skilled AWPers in North America. He can handle those kind of plays.
The world.
Yeah, right. And he goes towards second middle, and you can see what he's capable of if he's confident in his own ability. It's so great to watch when he does have that. And like I said, I think that major victory, it just kind of realized that he can live up to that potential, and he can be that world-class player that we've been looking for. 6-2 now, and that's going to be a full reset. Skadoodle does manage to deliver a 4K there towards middle. Really, really well played. I'm sure we'll see a replay of that. So let's talk through this play while we look at him. Here was the nade. He'd already picked up a kill at this point. This was so sick. The fact he gets like a quick scope here. Oh, God, get wrecked. And there's nothing they can do about it. That's nothing like Heroic has done wrong. It's just they've been absolutely battered there. And it will be a full eco now as we have seen Cloud9 stumble in these rounds, getting a bit too confident, fighting for the frags. That's a nice little nade towards second middle. Won't do any damage, though. Tyler gets another kill. Takes on Yugi. I got a good bathroom selfie with Skidoo at the major. I'm not sure it's safe for public consumption. I might post it later on in the week.
Yeah, please. I don't want to hear it.
It's very, we look very sweaty, and it's at the after party at the major.
Oh, yeah. Very sweaty in the bathroom.
Yeah, we're
we're
just kind of hanging out in there.
Okay, I don't want to know anymore. You do that on your own time, Henry. I want nothing to do with it. 3 kills automatic, nothing really to report. It was against Pistols, so Cloud9 immediately responding to the round won by Heroic. They'll respond this time by bringing out weapons again. They're not fully loaded, should we say, because 3 AKs, and I don't know if you caught it, but there was a UMP and a Galil brought into that mix as well. Look at him go. Look at him go.
He's having way too much fun. I'm not happy about that. Galil, UMP, yes, and 3 AK-47s. 7-2. Well, the same really, I'm afraid. Heroic have one more round than they had in the first game, so if they can get like 5 rounds on the T side, I'll say that there's a good chance they can make this a good game. If it goes down to 13-2 again, 12-3, I won't be too excited at the prospect of this particular match. Here we go then, Scoodle, waiting. They challenge him at the same time. Unfortunately, Nico had the UMP, so it's hard for him to get that long-range kill. It does come in eventually. Stewie pushing towards T-steps once again. Does he want to go any further than this? It looks like he might just do that. And he is patient for now, at least. Okay, good play. Didn't want to give too much away there. He's the only player at B. If he goes down, that's pretty much round over. Calm and calculated. Heroic technically have the advantage here, considering it's a 4-on-4 on a map like Inferno. You can see CT spread thin towards the B bomb site. Rubino smoking towards the pit.
So smokes pit side, as you say, but they're also in front of the apartments. Third one lands, chance to bust out and overwhelm Tarek. Molotov's down, but this is all for naught. They've sold it as well because 3 players staying on A. Stewie suddenly realizes he's backing off and calling for aid. Flash to buy himself some space. He's going to play this from New Box. No utility thrown toward him. Rubino does have a Molotov, and the flashes have slowed them down just enough. No smoke toward the cross either that they could be caught. Thankfully, Rubino and Snappy are already in. Molotov's going to land. Stewie, oh my goodness, the flash somehow gets to oranges too and stays alive in that. They were completely blinded by his teammates throwing flashes from CT. He's got to reload though. And that gives Yugi the chance to find his 3rd kill. A one-on-one ensues with Tarek.
He's got the AWP, and he's coming in from Banana. Oh, my goodness, here we go. This is always a little bit confusing. So I'll look at Tarek for now. Matt, you can do Yugi. We'll take it over. We'll take one each. So Tarek coming in from CT spawn.
Yugi.
No, he's not. That's why I got confused. This is the thing. Coming in from Banana. Now you go with Yugi.
Yugi, back and forth between the new box.
And it's going to be Tarek coming in the P250. He's ready to go. Look towards new boxes.
But Yugi steps back out and he wins the duel. And of course, that's because I picked him, and that's just the way it was going to go, Henry.
Yeah. Apologies about that. I wasn't expecting it. I'll be ready for the next one. The 1v1
yeah, do better
camera.
next time.
That's actually a fine time to use the
1-0
1v1 cam when they're separated and you have time to adjust. I guess when they drop it in, when it's just about to go down, and then it kind of throws everything into confusion. But that was actually not too bad. We'll have 7-3, and Heroic do win the round, but once again by a very small margin, and it will be a tight clutch. I think it was Yugi that won them their only round on Overpass as well. So well played to him. Double up setup now for Stewie and Skadoodle. UMPs for the T side. 2 AKs, 1 AWP. Yugi, like we mentioned, didn't really see much of the AWP from him on Overpass. Very aggressive, actually quite a flashy AWP from Denmark. More bangs there to take down any potential apartments players. No damage inflicted, really. Stewie was towards Bananas. It's not being him that's tagged up in the apartment position. Rush and Tarek holding the pit. It's a very defensive CT hold. In terms of the utility, we have got smoke, so Heroic taking a little bit of a hit on the weaponry for the smoke grenades and the flashbangs here.
Smoke down at the top of middle. Again, they run the same strategy, but this time they commit to it, and they are inside of the pit as well already, which means Rush has to be ready because he's already lost Tarek. He managed 1 Tarek before going down, which is a job well done when you consider how detrimental those smokes could have been to his efforts. And it's Rush in the corner, finds one, falls off the box, but Snappy burns him alive. It spreads just enough. Nico had the angle as well from Graveyard. Had the Flames not done the damage. Another gap. Automatic this time will use it inquisitively to spot toward the pit, but he's got to wait for Stewie on the AWP. Just getting through Arch. He wants to smoke Otto in. Unfortunately, he's caught Otto with one of the flashes. Still manage a kill from it, but Stewie now has to retake on an AWP. This could be 7-4, and that is a game. I say that with bated breath. What a shot to Snappy and a chance. Stewie does not have a kit. There's one down directly in front of him. A weapon as well to his left if he wanted to swap away from the AWP. I believe there's an AK
He can't win this.
in that position. All right.
Bomb's too far.
Calm down. You're ruining my hype. All right, it's fine. Calm. I can't. I got to turn my game sounds up, apparently.
Yeah, there's no time, unfortunately for him. But it was a nice try. He wanted to try and get the kill. I think we've lost game sound in general. I don't think it's you.
Yeah, no, you're right. We have.
So that's why. So it's I was going off the light of the bomb. And here we go. Here's our man again with the box. What's going to come out of the box? It's going to be a load of Glocks. It'll go to a machine here. All right. Press a button. I don't think it's quite as easy as that, but you get the point. Lovely stuff. And we'll get into the next round, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be an eco. We'll get on the game sound. I'm sure it's just a small issue. Stewie with the AWP. There we go. And he'll actually lose out quite early on. This is a chance now for Heroic. Like I said, 5 rounds makes it a competitive game.
Yeah, we certainly got one. That's, I think, slightly, I wouldn't say unexpected. Look, let's not rule Heroic's skill out of this, but unexpected perhaps that the T side's going this well for them, that they've now had 2 rounds where Cloud9 have been forced back to pistols. So they'll slow things down with Stewie and Tarek gone. They still want to take no chances, even though they've spotted that those pistols are up. A double up setup on the T side against pistols is a bit interesting, but fair enough. They brought those over. They didn't purchase into those, and they can still potentially build up their cryptocurrency investments in the meantime. Essentially, that's what right? Cryptocurrency, in-game money, it's the same thing, right? Am I
pretty much?
So
Yeah.
I don't know much about it. Is that right?
Yeah.
Counter-Strike money is just a form of cryptocurrency.
Basically.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's what I thought.
That's
Yeah.
in layman's
That's why I
terms,
didn't want to invest in it, because it can go from 16K to 0 so quickly. It's too risky.
It did last month. Don't worry about it. it's all gone wrong. I was about to retire, then it all just collapsed. But either way,
Hey, if it doesn't work out for you, just open a restaurant.
is that the next thing?
Well, that's what Mo did.
I see what you've done there. Nice. Just don't look at the Yelp reviews.
Oh.
That was the whole thing, wasn't it? Like
It
everyone
was,
was
yeah.
wrecking him with that. That's all I heard about it.
No, that's true. It's unfortunate. I will say that internet reviews are brutal in that sense, because
Well,
once
that's the
they're
thing,
there,
why-
they're immortalized, but anyone can troll you.
that's the thing,
Happens all the time in the car industry.
That's like I think that you should invest in the restaurant. That you're like the fact of the matter is like you can use your public profile to help it out, or if people don't like you on the internet, they're going to wreck you as well. So that's not ideal, is it?
Yep. So, round win to Heroic, and Cloud9 have actually called for a pause. They have cause to do so, because this game is actually getting out of control, considering what we saw on Overpass.
Indeed.
Perhaps confidence has become too confident.
We'll see. 3 rounds in a row, though.
Well, that's not bad at all. And on top of that, let's remember that Rubino, who last game had an abysmal time, still only has 2 kills this time around. It's Maudie that's actually stepped it up considerably. I think he was at, when Rubino was at 1, Maudie was at 2. Now Maudie's now got 13, so leads the way just about overall. Automatic just ahead on 14.
Well, here we go. Round number 13, coming to the final few rounds of the first half. Scouts, CZs, Eagles, and a chance for Cloud9 to do something with this one, especially with the Scout and Stewie. He can be a bit of a menace with that weapon. As we get into one of the final rounds here. They should be able to win this one, Heroic, and actually maybe even win the half. A lot of work to do from that point, but here's Rubino. Like he said, a quiet series from him so far. 1 kill in the first map, and I think he's on 2 right now. Scout coming in, and that's the problem with Scout. That's what Stewie wants to do, is to start tagging players. Doesn't necessarily have to get kills here. He's taking a snappy down to 29 to set his teammates up for the alley-oop. And he's actually going to funnel them towards A, and that's actually good news. 4 players there for Cloud9. Less than a minute remaining. Still the majority of their utility. Yugi and Curry start smoking towards the outside and the library. They'll go for an execute here. Modi trying to come out of the apartments. Like you said, he's been playing well from this position. Flashbangs towards Molotov toward Graveyard, I beg your pardon. And Tarek to receive at Arch.
Shut down Rubino. Tarek gone. So this is about to become a 6-7 game. You know, pending any doubts of what's going on with the stack inside of pit. Automatic in the corner as well. Nico might not be ready for that. Gets caught by Automatic. Slides out. They aren't ready for the stack. Well done to Skadoodle as well, but Madi has controlled it. Another 2 kills for him. Leaves it to just Stewie. He'll work up. Pistol in hand. Scouts now at the ready, but Madi is absolutely lighting it up. He is now leading outright on... okay, tied with Automatic. Fair enough. But still on 16 kills.
16 frags. That's what they needed. He had a very quiet game on Overpass as well, so he's turned his game around. 16 out of the apartments majority. And it will be 14, round number 14 coming in, and the AWP for Skadoodle. And what kind of buy have they got overall? It's okay, not ideal. The utility comes out a little bit further for Cloud9. So you got the 4 rifles, the AWP, and the amazing start they had. They were like 7-2 up, I think, at one point. It's starting to all fall apart now, so they're being tested here. Heroic at least showing they can make this competitive, but a missed shot there from Yugi, expecting to hit those. Will fire another towards the corner. You can see him being a little bit frustrated with the aim placement there. Rubino taking down a 28 at the very start from nades. As we will find Heroic now in there. Default towards Banana, that's where the bomb will live. 3 players there as well. Still got 4 smokes, so they can go for anything they like, really. Pretty much have full Banana control. They'll go and check out the top first. They'll do a Molotov in the corner just to make sure everything is fine there. That's a decoy around the corner from the CTs. Automatic boosted up, and Stewie at the back of the side there drops the smoke on the 1 minute mark. I'll just hold them off for a little bit. Automatic does not have a smoke, so that's most of the utility now used on the B side of the map because they've got no flashbangs, no kits there. No Molotovs, nothing like that. They have to hold off with just firepower now.
Marty to lead the way toward the apartments. Smoke. Bounce to balcony. Potential to jump in. Is this the same strat again? It is. So at least they've got one they can run for a new team. Certainly have stuff ready for Inferno. Down they go. Good flash timing as well. Rush completely blind. Cloud9 is getting caught off.
This one play as well, these smokes to get them in the pit and just kind of dissect the bomb site almost, has been very successful. Stewie's going to struggle here. Like we said, no grenades whatsoever. But Automatic, he's got aim as he finds the first kill. Can't get the second, just about squeezes it out.
It's a good trade by Snappy. This is the one problem with that strategy when they... Oh, watch out. Oh, I was going to say, if that op holds position, Tarek's in trouble. They still win enough of the exchange to get the bomb down. I'll come back to my point, because there is a flaw when they go back to B. As Tarek starts to work in. Snappy's got an angle. Tarek's gone. That's now a 1 versus 2 for Skadoodle. He's got the first shot on Yugi, knows exactly where his opponent is. He'll cut her off immediately towards CT spawn, and on a 5-second defuse, it's a long run. If he pushes the flames, he might have a chance, but Skadoodle's got this. He's holding it. Well played, well thought out with a Molotov. The flaw being, if you're going to run the 3 smokes toward pit, that time they committed. The first time they did it, backed off, immediately went B. Second time they committed to it, took A site. Third time, they partially committed. They sent 1 player in. Problem is, they put 3 smokes A. They don't have enough utility seemingly left over to cover the smoke at CT spawn. And that time, they were expecting the rotation. Cloud9 knows that they've done 3 different iterations now of that strategy. Didn't over-rotate, and Automatic was able to stay there with no smoke in front of him and shut them down.
It was actually quite well played by Automatic. I was impressed by that, but the money's not amazing for Cloud9 here. You can see the UMPs, max 7s. That's the problem when you're winning rounds with 1 player surviving. They've been chasing in the last 5 or 6 rounds or so. Tarek with the Swag 7. As he holds towards the border. I mean, they've actually released a skin now called the Swag 7 in the latest.
Have they?
Crate. Yeah,
that's not bad.
It's just got the word swag down the side of it. It's like all silver and chrome.
I can live with that, I guess. It's about time Swag got a sticker in the game.
Yep, true.
Poor guy.
Oh, hello.
That's not good. Bad timing. Poor timing for Tarek. He'll go down 3-3. But Automatic's going to change that, and the rotation of Stewie already inside mid means nowhere to go but A, and that means nowhere to go but Skadoodle's gun. I don't think he's aware that Madi, great shot, is already inside of the pit. Bomb is there. He's not going to go for it. He wants to find out where the rest are. Spots Automatic on the jump, goes for it, but Automatic's ready. And Cloud9 will at least win out the half at 9-6. So positive encouragement in the fact that Cloud9 wasn't over-rotating toward the end, but that was harder work than I think that they were expecting.
Actually, pretty decent half, all things considered. Heroic they look more comfortable in this map than they do Overpass.
Yeah,
in
by
terms of their
far.
tactical execution, you can see it fits their playstyle. Why they pick Overpass, I'm not really sure. That map, they look lost on almost. They didn't know how to finish on the bomb sites or have the executions. This one, yeah, they only seem to have one like proper strategy, the smokes towards the pit. The default was a little bit off, but that execution, Modi especially, really capitalizing there. It seemed like it was a weakness of Cloud9. They couldn't handle it. And we've got Peacemaker behind them as the coach in Heroic. He's a new signing as well. He's been with the team maybe a month or two now. But that was actually really well played. And a lot of teams run that wall of smoke towards a pit. Like I said, the word dissect is quite good and fitting, I think, for that particular strategy. It means that players on the bomb site can't help out their teammates in the pit, and you're just trying to focus on that one guy. At least you get a trade and get T's in towards the pit area itself. Heroic win this pistol. We have got a game on our hands as Molotovs go towards Banana. Not deep enough though, I'm afraid. It will stop the CTs pushing further than the wall, but they could have got to the barrels there and got a bit of information, inflicting some damage towards Rush and Automatic. All 5 players will come towards B now.
So the boost up from Audi. Smoke down flashes are shallow. That means Cloud9 were not caught off by them, but neither was Yugi. Modi shuts down Tarek, who thinks he can slip through the smoke undetected. They do get the sight, but they do it at the cost of a one-man deficit. So this bodes well for Snappy, who has the kits, and the other 3 members of Heroic, who are not quite all in position yet. In fact, a long rotation from Nico. He's just gotten to Speedway now, but they'll all work in. Snappy's the closest. Automatic knows he's there. Rubino wins out the first kill. Snappy's got the second. Thankfully, Rush gets one back, but he's got to ace this round for Cloud9 to win the pistol. Good find in the second. Not aware that they're so close, though. He goes for the reload, and Nico wins it out.
Here we go. It should be a full defuse coming in. Modi's got the kits, and there you can see the code entered in, 7355608.
Did you see that T-shirt the other day?
No.
That ESL put out for Valentine's Day?
No, what's
Is
that?
your number 7355608 because you're the bomb.
Because you're the bomb, yeah, that's pretty good.
You're a Mac 10 out of 10.
Yeah. Are you a grenade? Because I'd flash bang you.
Did you just come up with that one? 'Cause it's actually pretty good. I'd wear that one. That's not bad. Careful. It's 2018, Henry.
Yep, you can't say anything, can you? Either way, it's going to be round number 17. And we'll have a look as to whether, not a force buy, but a Zeus for Tarek will be coming out. And if anyone's not aware, it's a little taser weapon. Hold it up close to your enemies and they will be
Dead.
stunned. Don't use it on dead rats, though. That can cause a problem and get you banned from certain video platforms. You probably
Yep.
you don't. You don't
No,
you do know?
I mean, showing dead people in the woods would
There
do
we
the
go.
same
There
thing.
you're on the same page.
Yeah, no, I get it. I just choose to forget
What a
that
prat
that
he
exists.
is.
Oh, that's unbelievable.
Yeah.
I don't even get me. I'm sorry that the best thing about the internet is that everyone has a voice. The worst thing about the internet is that everyone has a voice.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh well.
Unfortunately, some of them are more influential than others, even though they arguably shouldn't be.
Well, Alex
That's
is
like
the-
me.
Alex is in the low gang, so
Is he?
no, I'm just
Please do go. I mean, the guy dabs, so
No,
it's possible.
It's a joke. It's a joke. And we'll have a look. This is pretty much full eco. Remember, AKs will come out in the third. Yugi with the MP9 gets a couple here. Nothing. Oh, okay. If he gets 4, I will. Maybe it's something to write home about. Get a lot of money for it, and maybe he can get the AWP out. And there it is. Clean sweep. That's good to see from Heroic. They are going to make at least a good game out of this one.
Certainly will. Yeah, 4 kills for Yugi, as well as he wants to get out the AWP on this side, is going to be beneficial. So, potential to go 9-9. Cloud9 as well on the T side. This is a challenge. This is not what they expected at all.
Yugi, plenty of cash. The AWP's out. They're actually probably feeling a little bit confident about this one now. On the CT side of Inferno, they're going to potentially tie things up. There's Galils and AKs here, and a double kill for Yugi. That's what we wanted to see. The AWP to come out and start causing some chaos here. It was almost non-existent on Overpass. And now it's actually looking like it's finding collateral kills. There we go. Should be 9-9 now. I don't see Cloud9 recovering this one. It's the force buy with a couple of Galils brought into it. One of those has gone down. And then you have 1 smoke and 2 flashbangs to try and recover a 5-on-3. And all 3 players are towards Banana.
So Yugi coffins as he backs off to another angle, tries to go for the preemptive strike. Did he? Yeah, I think that was, I don't know what he was trying to do there. Tossed the op away while he had a grenade in his hand and then went back for it. for the misclick. It almost looked intentional. Perhaps just trying to keep it around the corner. If he did go down, Rush is
right.
going to get him. What a take from Cloud9. It's all falling apart. The hesitation from Yugi once they do get to the site was just instrumental. Able to run over it, and they're going to have to save. They're already backing off. So Cloud9 going to pull this to 10-8.
Well, there we have it. That was a 5-on-3 with a double kill at the very start. And fair play to Cloud9. Great take on the side, but they had one smoke, 2 flashbangs. I just don't understand how that falls apart. Nowhere in this world should do. 5-on-3 with that little utility. One of the players with Galil. It's nuts. But fair play, they get it done, and Rubino and Nico will save the FAMAS and the UMP. Not really worth Cloud9 going for any sort of frags or hunting. Their money's very low. They'll win this round and keep 3 players alive somehow. I can't really begin to dissect that one. That's bizarre how they don't get any kills on that play in a 5-on-3. But Cloud9, like we said, going into this one, they are going to have pretty much every player outskilling Heroic across the board. Here's a double kill at the start.
Boom.
They go on to lose this round.
Those are the only 2 kills.
Yeah, that's what I can't believe. So money starting to dwindle now for Heroic. Double digits for Cloud9. We have got a B stream going on as well. From what I can see on Twitter, MVP beating Cloud9, beating SK right now 9-3.
What?
So if you could go get an update on that on the PC, maybe we should have a look.
I'm going to do that.
Oh, Lerp has just tweeted 10-9 in favor of MVP now. So SK brought it back somewhat.
Very good from MVP. It wouldn't be the first time that SK struggled against an Asian lineup. If you go back to 2016, March of 2016 at DreamHack Malmö.
Yeah.
Malmö. Sorry, I'm not trying to offend anyone from Malmö. They were beat by Tyloo. You said it. On Cobblestone. Tyloo won 2 games in that event. One was on Inferno, one was on Cobble. Are they? Yeah, there you go. Wow, interesting.
Well, there we go. There will be a pause here. It looks like a technical pause for the first time. Like we said, there's Peacemaker behind them. The Brazilian coach has been in pretty much every team in the world now.
10-10 now, according to this. But both, he has. I like what Thorne said. We get to see the few games that he's with Heroic. I will come back. I was going to say both favorites, therefore, are being challenged right now by severe underdogs. Back to your point.
It wasn't a very interesting one. I was just going to say Peacemaker, he seems like his heart's in the right place. He's got the right ideas. He can't find a project that he can really sink his teeth into. He went to Tyloo actually
He almost got to play for Tyloo.
Yeah, and it just seems that everything he goes to falls apart quite quickly after he joins. I don't think it's his fault every single time, don't get me wrong there. It just feels like he's been a little bit unlucky a few times, but let's see what he can do with Heroic, and we'll see if he can find them some success. So far, not too promising with 16-1, but the second map is looking much better.
I'm guessing if Heroic's smart, they'll release him on April 1st. That'd be a good meme.
Yeah, it wouldn't be bad.
Okay, I'm gonna say that'd be a good joke.
A good joke.
I don't like that meme has just replaced the word joke.
Me too. I don't. That a meme.
It's not what it was intended to be.
That doesn't really make sense. You can have a joke.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, exactly. But these millennials these days.
Yeah. But technical pause. There's Rubino, new signing for Heroic. I'm sure you're all familiar with him. He was in Dignitas. And what other big teams has he been in? Dignitas was the most notable one. He won Epicenter the first time around, just before they joined North. He mercs for Astralis at Blast, where they actually had one of the most successful runs.
Merked.
Yeah, of 2017. That's probably looked their best, probably the deepest they got that year. They think I got to semis there, I think. And yeah, he's had as you mentioned in his interview, had a rough 2017. And
did you say? Sorry, you said Astralis at Blast. That was Dennis.
Was that? Oh, okay.
It was the tournament right after at Pro League.
That's right. Okay, so it was Dennis. Okay,
it was also in Denmark.
It was Dennis that played for
Astralis,
right. And then Rubino came and played for them just after that.
I do that. Try and get hairs out of the bottom of the mouse.
Blow into it. Yeah, you are right. It was Dennis. My bad.
Yeah, no, Dennis was Blast. Rubino was ESL Pro League final.
Absolutely.
In Unza. Another mouthful. And yeah, it didn't go as well. But yeah, you're right.
He was actually really solid that tournament, though. I remember he had a very successful tournament. It was a good showcasing of himself. So probably influential as to why he got picked up in Heroic here. As they'll get ready. You can see the players are getting the headsets back on. The in is put back in.
Well, it is a heroic player that's not in the server. It's Yugi. So if you want to send hate tweets to anyone,
One, you've come and
don't send them to Yugi. Don't do that.
bring up the scoreboard. Let's have a look what's going on. 20 kills for Modi.
21 for automatic.
4 and 15. 21 for automatic. That's still at the top. Everyone else pretty equally distributed on Cloud9. Skadoodle, Rush, Stewie, Tarek, all hovering between 9 and 13. Nico, 9 and 13 on the Danish side. You want him to step up, should be one of the star players. And yeah, Rubino, 4 and 15. So he's got 5 frags on 2 maps so far. He needs to start turning it up. He's a new player, so I'll let him build into the tournament. You know, like we said, Swiss tournament is very forgiving for rough starts, right? Because you can go forward and recover, and especially the best of 3 environment as well. You play a lot of maps, and you get to warm up and kind of develop, and we'll see how that goes. You saw at the Summit, they had the double elimination format, and Liquid
Yeah, GSL, I think they call that still.
Is it really?
Is that? I think that's what they call it. GSL is when there's double elimination brackets, right? Upper
Isn't
and lower
GSL
bracket?
when it's 2 separate groups? I'm not sure.
I can't remember.
It was just
There's too many groups
the
these
fact
days.
The fact it was just double elimination is more my point, though. Even it was a proper lower bracket, and they had a disadvantage going to the grand final. That was a classic format tournament. But are we back into it now?
I think we're still looking at highlights because my screen shows us in-game as in spawn, so let's just to look back at some of the rounds.
So jump back in so people can play. This is replays, right? But just goes to show you, if you get into the lower brackets, more to my point, is that you can develop into a tournament and kind of get better as the rounds go on.
To be fair, the last tournaments I remember having the full... I've done a few tournaments with a lower bracket that have a reset when you get to the grand final, so effectively you're back on the same footing. Rush has turned his sensitivity up to like 1 million and is just spinning and spawn. It's kind of entertaining.
I like the fact you get an advantage being in the upper bracket.
Yeah, I was going to say the last tournaments I think I did that at were ESCA Invite division lands in like 2014 were probably the last time I saw the full advantage. And the advantage, there used to be a debate between the advantage. You either get a map in hand or you'd have to play 2 full series.
Yep. Yeah, I think the map in hand, the best of 5, that works for me. I think that's a good middle ground. And here we go then, laughter happening, and admin's still there, so we might be waiting a little bit longer. Okay, so one guy cannot hear footsteps, so I guess that is a serious
kind of important
sound
when you're
issue.
the opera.
In Counter-Strike, if you can't hear footsteps, a bit of a problem. They are in the same studio, but they cannot hear us. It's not like, just to reiterate, this is more of an event.
Yeah, we're not even in that anywhere near that room.
Yeah, so it's not like we're in a stadium or anything like that. This is inside, what's the name of this place
The
called?
Cyber Arena.
And it's usually like a LAN cafe, right?
Exactly. So, yeah, it's typically speaking, I think Starladders, I don't know if their head offices are here or not, but a lot of them are based out of here. Na'Vi was based out of here for a while. I know Hellraisers used to have boot camps here. They've done events here before. 2015 March, end of March 2015, they did a Starladder event here. They've done a second one in June of the same year. This is probably the 3rd, maybe even 4th time I've been here in this specific venue in Kiev for an event. And they've got, I mean, tons of other events that have gone on in Dota and whatnot. But you're right, the front house where you just saw the players and you can see the players now is normally a series of tables lined up in a gaming cafe setup. They've got a little, I guess, a bar or whatever. You can order food and drinks and tables. Sure. And then on the way in, down the hallway, they've got a huge gaming store, which is half Razer and half other brands, but predominantly Razer.
That's right, yeah. We did a show here last year, I remember. Like, I mean, an impressive setup, but I couldn't believe...
That's right. No, we came in to do Drop the Bomb here.
I couldn't believe how big it was. And, like, LAN centers, in my opinion, I don't know... I used to go to them before I had the internet. I don't know how much business they can have to justify the space they have.
Inferno Online's a labyrinth.
That's for me. That I guess I don't know enough about Ukrainian culture to know. Like in Sweden, it's still like a massive social thing to go there with your friends and play like stuff like that.
Ukraine's
I
pretty
haven't
big
been here during
gaming.
a busy day. We came here like in the evening on like a Wednesday or something. It was like pretty empty, but
yeah,
it's a massive space. Of course, really impressive.
Well, I think were they were open when we were here. That's right, they were, but it was late. Yeah, that's right. It was in the evening. There's a great gaming culture here. I mean, you look at some of the history of Na'Vi, even in Dota, let alone CS, and and there's I think I would say Dota's probably more popular in the Ukraine, based on my experience of fanfare and whatnot. Especially when we used to do split events. We did a Dota event when we used the National Soccer Stadium that was used for the European final. Yeah. That was a cool place. That was a cool venue. Overkill, to be fair. It was massive for what we needed, but there was more fans for Dota than there were for the CS games. I will admit to that.
Well, here we go then. It looks like we're getting ready. Oh, we actually are ready. We're into it. It's going to be round number 19 here. Remember, Cloud9 just won the previous round and sent Heroic into a bit of a spiral here. They can have FAMASs, UMPs, and 1 M4. No all for Yugi, and they just lost that 5-on-3 advantage as well. I'm still a bit gobsmacked for that whole round and how it played out, how they didn't get a single frag when Cloud9 committed with just one smoke and a flashbang. That was it.
So it's Cyber Sport Arena, I'm being
Sport
corrected.
Arena.
I knew it was Cyber Arena, but Cyber Sport Arena is what it actually is. Speaking of cyber sports, they're getting rather sweaty inside of Banana right now. Nico with 3 kills, 8 of Yugi to get an assist, but Skadoodle took him down. It's still the advantage, though, for Heroic, and this is the first full-fledged gun. There was the early buy last round. Fair enough, that was a gun round. But this is the first time that we're going to see effectively a reset be a possibility for either team. And that therefore means with 2 players to the good on the Heroic side, they could make this 9 and then Cloud9 force back onto pistols. Could be facing a tie game late on the T side of Inferno, which is going to be an issue. Automatic's tagged by the nade. That's going to give a noise trigger, and my goodness, look at the welcoming party he has in pit.
Well, this is much better by Heroic, knowing they have to try and find those frags actively at the start of that round. They managed to get themselves in a promising position here, but Rush, like we said, a very talented player, will find 2 more frags. Bomb will be going down. Surely he can't pull this round off. He has got grounds to actually get the plant in. Nico, low HP. Smoke will be coming down towards quad. He's going to nail that shot as well. 1 versus 1. Rush is doing this. Good flashbang. And now it's up to Snappy. Has got the defuse kit, but great position from Rush. He's got 7 bullets left in the magazine. Time ticking away. Snappy will have to want to make the noise first. Rush, with that smoke, actually has the advantage here, but less HP than Snappy. Holds up, footstep made. Rush has done it. What a fantastic clutch that is. You can see he's so calm with that as well. That's 4-on-1 map, and he just pulls that off.
Stupendous.
And that's going to be the,
well, that's it.
The morale gone, right?
Exactly. This gets them now a 3-round buffer again, and guns gone on the CT side. That's exactly what Cloud9 needed. And yeah, Rush, a lot of people said it, and I think that the Major has changed a lot of face on that, but you know, he very quickly becomes the player that's drowned by his surroundings, if you will. Overcrowded, perhaps, on Cloud9 with guys like Automatic and Stewie and Skadoodle and, you know, everyone on that team. Even Tarek, obviously, in his own right now, obviously in game leading, but still a highlight reel a lot of the time. Rush is the forgotten name, but he is so good.
He's amazing. He really is. Just a decent rifle player that really understands the game and has a really crisp aim as well. I don't think people give enough credit for his actual raw aim. He's got, like, it's unreal sometimes. And that's a 4-on-1 against Heroic. These are no amateur players. This is a really skilled team, and he's just made them look a little bit foolish there. 4 versus 1, and now they're on full eco. That's another round where Heroic have had the lead, a massive lead, and somehow it's all gone wrong. There's no real reason that Rush is managing to find that sort of space to make that happen. We're looking towards middle, though. Tyler goes down. Will be a chance for Automatic to get a few frags in return, though, trying to deny the AK-47. Maybe there'll be a team kill here. Rush will actually...
This is a problem. The team kill, and now the gun's picked up. The problem is they could justify that push. Oh, good read, Stewie. Because they saw the bomb when they did this. So the stack pushes down. They see the bomb, and they say, we can go all in on this. We don't have to worry about them running off to another site. Those kills are instrumental, and you're right, Rush's team kill certainly doesn't make things... Here you go. The AK's in hand. This is... turned into a very good round from Heroic based on a single kill, and Cloud9 putting the bomb in a very inopportune position. So Stewie, oh no, that's the wrong thing to have in your hand. Gets the 1 kill on Maudie, but Yugi gets the shot back immediately.
11-9, Heroic full eco map. I think they had 1 PT50 there, and Cloud9 showing a bit of weakness there. It's actually their money gone. And we'll see whether this force buy yields any sort of fruit for Cloud9 here. They have UMPs, Mac 10, CZs. A couple of... Skidoodle's got Glock armor. Not an ideal combination, but we'll see what he can do with it.
Run and gun. Shake and bake. If you're not first, Henry.
You're last.
Well, you might be second. But second is the first loser.
Yep, it's true.
Rubino ready on... Oh, he's going to get overwhelmed. So how have they not... Okay, Rubino. What a play. That's actually an interesting camera angle to watch that from because you could see it transpire as it did. He got kills. No one found him. Runs through the smoke, stays alive, and Cloud9's left scratching their heads wondering where he'd gone and are now out of the round. No money still. After that force buy, so 11-11. Heroic keeping themselves in it. You're right, Rush's clutch looked like that was the opportunity for Cloud9 to get ahead, to wrap this up. Immediately ecoed, and now they're in trouble.
They are in trouble. It's looking like Heroic will tie things up at 11-11. Still a lot of work to do here, but they're going to have Cloud9 on the ropes somewhere. Maybe we do see 3 maps, who knows? Glocks only, and Zeus for Tarek once again, as the nades come in towards the T-steps. Tarek makes his way in. Round number 22, much deeper than I thought. Remember, it was 16-1 in the first map. Heroic's pick. It doesn't really make sense, so this is the way it pans out. But we did say, when you have those kind of defeats, you just need to move on. Doesn't matter what the scoreline is. All it is that you lost the first map. You just got to try and focus on the second. But this should be a very clean round for Heroic. I would be surprised if the bomb gets planted here.
Well, we'll see if they can at least achieve that, but the setup's good. Banana gets more aggressive. That's going to encourage the A side to hold fast, and they'll do just that. Madi with 2 more kills. Yugi gets one of the AWP, and Madi nearly finds a final, but Snappy and Rubino combine for it. Madi now sits on 23. Yugi's there with him, by the way. He's caught up. And they lead. Overall, 11-11. 11-11 against Cloud9. You finally get guns back up, but even then, it's not amazing. Tarek, in order to bring out utility, is going to go for a Galil. I would say look for a set piece from Cloud9, because the fact that he brings out a smoke, they've all got smokes, with the exception of Stewie. This could be a B take. 4 smokes. I mean, it could be A. Fair enough. You have 4 smokes, but they haven't put a lot of pressure toward Banana, to be fair.
Not as of yet. Bit of a smoke towards middle there. Quite an early one. But here we go. We've got 3 players for the CTs towards Banana. AWP for Yugi actually got naded in the face. Same story for Nico as well. They actually tag up Stewie. So, equal, I guess, eye for an eye. And it'll be Stewie down to try and recover the situation. Molotov towards the corner. That'll actually be a very successful one. It's going to leave the CTs with Nico behind the broken wall. He actually managed to get a couple of frags here. He gets 1. That's fine, considering Tarek got dinged at the same time. They still maintain the advantage. Yugi's still low with the AWP.
Heroic seems to want to put a lot of pressure on Banana early. It's not as common lately, but it's a very easy default for teams to go to on the CT side. You get the presence in Banana, you establish it, you anchor it, you rotate off, and with the op, you can be very dynamic. He didn't get the pick. He did damage. And Cloud9 are left wounded with little to work with. They have forced the CTs back, thankfully, inside of the site, but that is it so far. Automatic just obliterates Monty through the smoke. That's beneficial because Cloud9 finally get away with a kill that doesn't come at a cost. He's lost very little HP in the exchange. And Rubino's alone on the site, knowing that there's smokes now down toward the arch. Didn't see anyone push through that second smoke. In fact, Automatic's done that, which could catch him off. The fact that he saw that second smoke might actually lead him to believe this is going to be, and he's not wrong in assuming that. So Snappy boosted, great position to be in. Yugi trying to bait them in toward Emo. This is where the AK stands and takes them down. He spotted the hands first, fired in, Skadoodle fell, and it was all due to the fact that Yugi slowed them. Molotov, as he is, he still gets in position, and it's all down to the late lurk from Automatic, and they may even expect this, knowing that there was a smoke toward the arch no sooner than the take occurred. He's even going to save this. 4 seconds, he can't do anything. This is Heroic in the lead.
Absolutely, and that's Automatic's money gone. Snappy with that great boost of the new boxes. I am still a big fan of it. If you can avoid the flashbangs and the Molotovs, it can be a very promising position indeed. Not necessarily a pre-fire for the terrorists there. And now Heroic have the lead here on Inferno. Who would have thought? As we go into round number 24 here. I won't be too excited until they start homing in on match point. But Cloud9 have been humbled here. Losing that full eco was the beginning of this downfall. Tactical pause. Still time. They can afford 1 more eco. And Rush, remember, won a 4 versus 1 and still finding themselves up against it. Need to just calm down and work out with the players here.
So, just trying to peek at the SK game to see if our underdogs are both still succeeding, as Heroic certainly is. So I think the other game did end because it's not showing on the scoreboard. I assume, but that could be wrong, that it was SK to take that game. Yeah, SK 2-0. So they did get that game back in the end. And apparently swept it out as well because it was 16-10. Cloud9's not having quite near the same success. Automatic on an AK. Almost getting desperate at this point in time.
AK-47, save from the previous. There's a partial buy. Snappy should get a couple here, just the one, but there's a refrag potential from Nico, and once again, just a singular frag. And if they keep trading like this, there might be a chance for Cloud9, but luckily Modi keeps up his strong form so far, gets a double kill, and brings things into favor for Heroic. 25 kills for Modi, 24 for Yugi. Nice to see that AWP actually causing some damage here. Money's still not great, but Scooter will have the AWP here. Oh, goes for the AK instead. Had the opportunity for the AWP with $6,400. Let's have a look at the next approach from Cloud9 here. They have a full buy in terms of utility. There's one compromise with the Galil. This could be 3 maps. I didn't think that'd be even a possibility. It's an incendiaries towards T-steps again. The T-steps are going to have some half trouble there. Yugi needed once again, standing in the flames a little bit, trying to get that first pick, down to 37 HP. Just rattling off shots there, seeing if he can get, not necessarily a kill, but a tag through that wall. It's quite difficult to find the headshot there. Just with the different elevation levels in that ramp. Snappy holds up, and this would be a mid-take from Cloud9 now. Just looking to see if they can get that basic control with Snappy waiting behind the smoke.
So Automatic having the AK last round left to the Galil this time by. Yugi tagged already. Monty and Rubino doubling up on pit. They've done this now a few times, and it's worked out with reasonable success. It's Snappy that plays rotation towards Speedway. It allows, potentially, if Cloud9 can get a read, that they could wrap toward the A site with a smoke to isolate pit and go from library inward. And they may do that because Tarek's toward the mid-wall. They're starting to evaluate exactly what's going on at Arch, but Snappy's gotten in position to catch them on the way by. How do they trade this? How do they approach it? Out already. He's going to spot them. He's got 2 lined up. Thankfully, Automatic trades. He'll upgrade onto the AK-47, but he has to hold for rotations. Bombs also in the same position. Still the chance to wrap toward the A site library, being a big part of that play. Monty's tagged by the Molotov. That's going to force him out, but he's got the angle. Rubino's got the shot toward Library, and that double pit play from Heroic. I think they've got this game. I think Cloud9's out of this.
Yeah, I think you might be right. That's actually kind of shocking. Cloud9 has just dropped off, and Heroic starting to arrive in this best of 3. That A bomb site under tight lock and key. Cloud9's execution's not finding anything. They don't seem to have the same sort of detailed execution that Heroic have been presenting. 14-11. I think they'll have to take a pause here, and it's tactical for Heroic, mind you. So Cloud9 need to work out what's going to happen here.
Yeah, this is shocking. Talk about that confidence we had for Cloud9, how much confidence they've been playing with. That's just taking a blow.
Well, Heroic are just doing a very good job of trading on the CT side now. They're actually going toe-to-toe quite consistently, and it's looking quite good, I have to say. I've been enjoying it. And there's the boys. Cloud9 trying to work out what the next play is here. Just a note, I noticed these Cloud9 players are not using that wireless mouse anymore. They were famous for using it for a while.
That's true.
Molotovs, and this is, I'd imagine, a partial buy from Cloud9. It is indeed. It just had a look. They've got about $1,300 per player. Mac 10 for automatic. I doubt they get much done with this, but Heroic homing in on map point. They got beaten 16-1 in the first.
So Naughty inside of the pit. Yeah, 16-1 to this is night and day, especially when the other map was their choice. They could steal this away. Automatic, though, running in. They'll get the AK-47. Monty still gets a kill in return. They've at least accomplished getting pit and a bomb plant. They haven't had too many of those, believe it or not, on the Cloud9 side. In fact, only the third of this entire half. That's ridiculous when you think about it. It's just been that good from Heroic and that poor from Cloud9, unfortunately. As Stewie will hold off inside of the apartment. The one gun picked up seems to want to work. Skadoodle, though, that's going to make it Even better with a CZ gets on the angle, and Cloud9 are still in it.
Just when you think Heroic might have done enough there, you can see the frustration. I actually prefer going to the other team, the losing team, when they kind of show us. I want to see their reaction. I don't really. I'm bored of seeing the fist bumps, Matt, the high fives. I want to see the tension, the arguing. That's what I want to see. I think that's more interesting. You can see Rubino quite calm under pressure. I've always thought he's a calm player, but he's kind of explaining to people what just happened there and what actually potentially fell apart for them and why one player was alone on the A site and allowed them to get the bomb down with no kills really being traded. But now Cloud9 right back in this one.
Certainly are.
So, back to the AWP Skadoodle. In terms of the money for Heroic, this will be their final buy if they lose this round, and that's going to tie things up at 14-14, and then it's anyone's game. So Heroic, if they want to close this one out, need to do it right now. Winning this round would shove the momentum back in their favor, and indeed find them map points. So this is huge. Is the smoke towards Arch? A lot of teams throwing these days. Bounces all the way around. Just blocks any AWPers. Like position like Guardian or Kenny will usually hold us towards Arch like that. He's wanted to just take them out of the round. Flashbangs come in. Very well timed. You can see this is something they run in their defaults just to get the mid control. Oh, Snappy and his teammate Moddy looking to retake mid potentially. That's a big move to make. A scary one as they decide better of it. And it will be two players falling back towards B for Cloud9. Just to maybe look for a pick here. Stewie looks for the AWPer, boosting up behind the wall. They're going to smoke CT spawn, just like that. Skadoodle opens things up. And now changing the setup here. That might be a smoke towards Coffins. They could be rotating the bomb in with Rush to lurk towards A. We'll keep the track of the bomb. Look at Skadoodle's position. That'll be indicative as to where they end up. 20 seconds remaining now. Yugi will take one more. You've got 20 seconds, and this is still going in favor of Heroic. Don't get me wrong. This is actually all fall apart, especially if this happens. 10 seconds remaining. They will get a plant down. It's up to Rubina to clutch it out. Luckily, 10 seconds remaining for Cloud9. They will be fine. Rubina's very far removed now.
That trade was so... Yeah, Rubino's already going to grab the AWP and try and hold that. I imagine he takes it right at the bottom of Banana.
Have a look at their money again. I think it's hovering around like $500 per player. A little bit more with two players like... Rubina's got 4,300. He'll save the AWP.
Yeah, they're only going to get $1,900, so it's worth it to save the AWP.
Save the AWP. He can drop 2 UMPs. If you really... Well, he can drop 1 UMP and keep one himself and get utility. So there'll be a buy available. There'll just be a lot of pressure on Yugi to perform in that AWP.
Great trade to get that bomb back. 10 seconds. They don't trade that.
Yeah.
Round is over. So plenty of effort on both sides, but still Heroic not out of the woods yet for the upset in the series. Already showing why best of 3 is a little bit more exciting. 16-1, we would have written Heroic off. Vice versa.
Absolutely.
If Heroic played this one game and beat Cloud9, we'd say, oh my God, what just happened? Now we get a full series to see it play itself out.
That's a really good point. If it's 16-1, you just thought, oh God, Heroic are trash, aren't they? Like, it's correct. This is going to be a bad tournament for them. But now it's a best of 3. You get more context. You get kind of to see how they warm up to the tournament. And I think that's why best of 3 is the preferred tournament. The problem is, you've got this many teams and... you're doing a best of 3 Swiss format. Do you know how much money that takes and the amount of days it takes? The only way you can really do it is in this sort of environment. You've got a big studio and the infrastructure already in place. You don't have to play massive overheads and venue hire. People seem to misunderstand that there's not an infinite money well that keeps allowing you to do the perfect tournament format. But this is a really good setup, and I think this is close to perfect, really. Swiss format, best of 3, and all the teams you could ask for. So that's really cool. Force buy for Heroic. Well, it's not a force buy. It's a buy. They get 2 M4s, and there's some slight compromises with the UMP and the FAMAS. It's not ideal with the lack of utility, but still, there's a strong chance they can win this round, and definitely worth it. They don't want to allow Cloud9 back into this game.
Well, they could very well get back into this game now. If they win here at 14-14, Snappy holding, waiting for the time to throw the can of flames. I keep saying that an energy drink maker needs to make one of those cans as the branding on the side of it.
Could do. Ooh,
So the bounce Molotov to the boost. We haven't seen that in a while. Good use of it because they're already deep inside. Stewie's taking damage, but smoke down. They're going to spray two oranges one, trying to pre-fire Snappy's position. That doesn't work, and Snappy stays alive long enough to take down Stewie as well. A job well done. He's been very efficient, but Rush finally gets him. And the smoke's still ample opportunity enough to get the plant down. As a result, they'll additionally throw a smoke towards CT. So Yugi's op gets ruled redundant for a second longer.
They definitely weren't comfortable there with Snappy's position. He was making things chaotic there. They still have a chance in the retake. They've got kits. One of the players with the AWP, but smoke is down. No utility for Cloud9. Skadoodle takes a nade in the face. This is anyone's round still. It just comes down to these trades coming in right now. The CTs can find the opening pick, which they cannot. It's going to be down to Yugi now with the AWP. Can't hit the shot. And there it is. We're going to find 1, 2 players remaining for Cloud9. Yugi surely can't do this with the close range AWP. And that's going to be 14-14 money in the bin for Heroic. And that could be the end of the best of 3.
Rubino overcommitted to that peak. Yugi already had the backside of New Box covered off. All he had to do was shoulder bait to see if there was an op shot. He was slow about it. Yeah, okay, fair enough. Skadoodle's fast enough to react. But I also think Skadoodle overplayed that a little bit because then as soon as he hit that shot, he turned back to watch Ruins. Ruins was already covered with a crossfire at water. Automatic was going to swing for information. As soon as he did that, he missed a shot at Yugi, which then forced him right back out on the other side and Madi get the kill. So either way, they get away with it. Cloud9 holds, and we go 14-14. You're right. Snappy definitely made that interesting. Back to pistols.
Yes, well, this is the thing, is I pick your poison time. This is the best possible outcome for them. It's not actually horrific. They're playing for overtime now, essentially. But they have won full ecos before, but probably not this time. It's going to be Skadoodle and Tarek to open things up. Kill for Snappy, once again being a nuisance there, but he does get legged through the coffins. 9 HP now. He might even get one more here. It does some damage, but that'll be round over. Match point. Series points for Cloud9. Try and save that AK, boys.
Yeah, best bet at this point in time. And
already this round.
Yeah, already Stewie's posted up as well to say no to that AK. Rubino gets it and gets away, but they weren't going to go any further than that. Stewie didn't quite. I thought he could see the angle from there, but he didn't quite get far enough down. Banana. So map and series point for Cloud9, but my God, it's a chore to have gotten there. All the rounds. It'll go 30.
All the rounds. Better than none of the rounds like we had in the first map. 3 on 2. Rubino and Modi to save the weaponry here. Just a CZ and an AK for Rubino. It's actually very promising. The money was not ideal for the last round. So looking for overtime. They've got enough to buy. Rubino can even drop that AK to potentially a star player, I guess you'd call Nico. Snappy the way he's playing, but he can hold on to himself as well, of course. They don't need helmets, as you can see. They'd rather spend their money on all the utility. They know they're up against AK. There's no way an SMG is going to come out around number 30. Cloud9 trying to close us out on 2. Can they do it? Time will tell. Skadoodle up against Yugi once again. Yugi has no utility. They only have 1 kit on the CT side. Standard Molotov towards the barrels, and a bit of aggression from Yugi goes towards second middle. Stands in the flames. Spots one crossing on the bridge, though. Looking for the boost. That's Skadoodle in the underpass right now. Those are not the correct odds, I assure you.
No.
Because those are 2 different teams.
Well, that could be for a game coming up shortly.
Possibly, yeah.
It's Fnatic and Gambit. Fnatic the favorites in that. Seized on Gambit.
Yeah, not too excited about that.
I'm not either, to be fair.
We'll see what happens. Maybe there's a reason he joined. Maybe he's got to bring something else to the team. We'll give him the benefit of the doubt until they see him play.
Especially where I thought he was actually going to settle into Flipside. There was all sorts of rumors that Flipside were going to be bringing in 2 players from Avangar, and apparently Boomich turned it down, so...
There you go. Well, Modi gets the opening pick again, but not for long. Yugi goes down to Skadoodle. Remember, Modi's low HP. Oh my God, Skadoodle is seeing this one home single-handedly. 4 on 2, Snappy and Nico. It was a valiant attempt here from Heroic, but it might be coming to an abrupt halt now, as they will not be finding overtime. It's going to take something absolutely magnificent from Snappy, and that's a good start.
That's not fair. If he wanted the AK, he blew it over to himself. Yep, that's what he wanted. I'm just trying to be positive here. Unfortunately, that nade wouldn't land. It would have done damage to 2 players in the back of the site. Snappy will work his way in. Rush has the angle on him, however. Second smoke. Quick check to Graveyard. Needs to spot, but Rush not only has the angle on the first, but the second as well. 16-14, Cloud9 do